So this is how I make a Tetris piece for the Tetris blanket I'm making. So it's just 4 grinding squares for each of the Tetris pieces, and I start with 4 single stitches in a circle, and then on each side it's 4 double crochet and then 2 in the corners. Then we fasten off. Someone's leaving the bathroom. And then we weave in the ends, which is a entirely unnecessary step because they always undo themselves, but I do it because it looks better. So we have our 4 granny squares, and then we just stitch them together with a single stitch. For this, I match up 2 ends that have the slip stitch knot in there, just because they get a little funky. So I try to hide them on the inside. So when I put the white border on them, it's harder to tell that they're shorter on that side. I also add a white border, which I forgot to show. But I do that the same as building up the normal granny square. I just do it with white and with a single stitch. And then I just stitch them in with a single stitch. The corners, I put 2 single stitch, 2 chain, and then 2 single stitch again. This is all of the corners, including the ones, the inside corners. But the inside ones, I also match up those chain spaces with the ones I'm attaching to. Then I just weave in the ends and cut the rest. Yeah, it's pretty simple actually. Honestly, I make it harder on myself by doing the single chains. You could probably just sew them with a bit of yarn and be done with it, or even with a sewing machine. I just like the raised borders because I think it feels nice. But yeah. I forgot to mention, but I'm using this photo as a reference for my blanket because the traditional play space is not big enough for a blanket. Neat.